you were charging how much before?
$422.
400. What was the highest amount that you've charged so far?
Right now, 10,000. It's been incredible being in Dubai because it's also an investment. Yeah, I paid 5Gs, but I also looked at like how much more am I going to make from this investment? We think about having this perfect time or this right time. Can you really? Like, are you willing to afford what you will miss out on? Because you'll miss out on so much. Like I would have missed out on 30K in 30 days.
All right, today I'm joined by a very, very special guest, my client Kennedy.
Hello.
It's our first time meeting up in person. Literally, we met up at a Dubai Mastermind, and I was like, do you know what, Kennedy? You've achieved some incredible results working with us. How much have you made so far, by the way?
I'm about 55K in cash collected so far.
And what period of time was that in?
In just about 2.5 months, 3 months.
2.5 months. That's fucking ridiculous. So I want to take you guys behind the scenes. Obviously, I know you guys are probably in the info space, coaching space, agency space, and just kind of speak to Kennedy quite openly. You know, we're mad chill. Find out what worked for her, what her life was like before she started working together, and so on and so forth. Kind of dig a little bit deeper into her journey, figure out what she did to be able to generate results like that, so that hopefully you guys watching this video, A, will probably end up working with me, or B, you know, learn some cool shit that can help you with growing your businesses too. So, Kennedy, let's start from the back, man. You used to work, where did you used to work?
I used to work at Panda Express, actually, making about $12 an hour. And I would also do Instacart, DoorDash on the side so I can just scrape up some money while being in college.
Real quick, Panda Express is orange chicken.
Yeah.
Slaps.
It is.
You know,
the Beijing beef is even better, but
I haven't tried the Beijing beef, but when I went to the States, I think like a year or so, no, it was a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
The one thing that we used to always get is the orange chicken.
Yeah.
And the lady, like, they would smash the portion size. They give you a lot.
They give you good, and we got free meals.
Yeah.
So that was the plus side of working there.
Yeah, sick. And then what kind of made you decide to go from Panda Express to wanting to start a business online?
Yeah, I always had kind of those like entrepreneur goals, and I wanted to start a business myself. I wanted to change my family's life, and I knew I needed to change something. I played Division I volleyball for 5 years, and I kind of felt like I was a little complacent. And it got to a point where I was just like, okay, I have to do something. I have to change something. And, you know, I'm 23 years old, so I'm like, I want to start in my 20s.
Yeah.
So
we're the same age, almost.
Oh, we're pretty much almost. I turned 24 in a week and a half.
Oh shit! Happy birthday in advance.
Thank you so much.
Sick. Are you still gonna be here and celebrating?
No, December 7th. You remember because your sister's
December
2 days
9th.
before me. Yeah, or after me. Yeah.
That is fucking sick. And do you know what? One thing I was gonna ask you as well, because I've never asked you this. So do you feel like playing volleyball at like a high level, like that competitive nature and culture has translated over into business? Or
absolutely. Just competitive culture, discipline, working hard, like being coachable. I think like every single one of my coaches have told me like that quality about me, just having like being able to follow directions. And I think it transpired because anything that you have told me to do, I'm going to do it to make sure that it happens. Which has contributed to my success dramatically.
Yeah. And that's actually so crazy that you say that, because I noticed like amongst, all the other people that we have in this room today as well, like you guys are mad fucking coachable.
Yeah.
Right?
Appreciate that.
And let me ask you a question. Like a lot of people aren't coachable, right? So what goes through your head when it comes to taking orders and doing stuff the way someone else has told you to do it versus the way that you think it should be done?
Yeah. I think that it comes with one, being able to humble yourself to know that someone else is better than you. Someone else has achieved more than you. Someone else has been in a position that you want to be in. And so I think a lot of the times for me, that's when it comes down to, I have to just look, okay, outside of myself, how can I learn as much as possible? How can I grow? And, you know, I instantly saw that, like I was looking for a coach, multiple different coaches that I could have invested in, but I saw that and one, you care about your clients. And two, I was just like, I can learn so much from him. So that's what I was willing to do.
Definitely, man. How did you come across this again, by the way?
It was on TikTok and Instagram.
Yeah?
And I actually think you DM'd me first.
Okay.
And then I was just like, I don't like TikTok. Let's move this to Instagram. And I actually was just kind of like, you know what? I was like, I'm a straight shooter. I'm straight to the point. Like, I like what you do. Can we set up a call?
Yeah.
And then like 2 days later, we set up a call.
Yeah. And let me ask you a question. Before working with us, did you work with any other coaches in the past?
No, I never did. I invested in like a course it showed me the basics, but for everyone that actually wants to have real success, you need to invest in a coach.
Yeah.
But yeah, my first time, like I said, I kind of looked at other coaches and just not feeling aligned. You know what I mean? I feel like when you know, you know. So yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely, man. And you said, like, for those of you guys at home watching, definitely get a coach.
Yeah,
What do you feel like is the biggest difference? Because I watch a lot of videos and I learn a lot of cool shit from
for
videos.
sure.
But what do you feel like is the biggest difference between just sitting there watching a bunch of videos and actually having some tangible support?
Yeah. Yeah. The biggest difference is, the hands-on support. It's tailored. Um, and you get to like if you're going self-paced and like
Mhm.
like watching videos, like,
Mhm.
yeah, you get knowledge, but you are still kind of playing a guessing game on, okay, should you do this method or should I do that method?
Mhm.
And still kind of confused. With having a coach, you get direct guidance
Yeah.
and they tell you like exactly what to do. Like
Yeah.
you're not going to be guessing it. Like at every single stage, you're going to know what to do, which
Mhm.
helps a lot because it's going to get you there faster.
Yeah.
And you just feel more confident. I
Yeah.
remember multiple times at different crucial points in like multiple times at like me about to sell, me about to pitch my first
Yeah.
offer. I needed you. And like you
Yeah.
gave me the exact guidance that I needed and then
Yeah.
boom,
Yeah.
results.
That was sick, man. I actually remember that call. It was like, specifically, Kennedy, say this, don't say this, pitch it like this, and so on and so forth, man. And I
Yeah.
think it's like that transfer of belief.
Yeah.
Because when you hear someone else talk about how easy it is to do something, it almost sets the expectation that this is fucking easy.
Yeah.
I should be able to do it.
Yeah. I think that's exactly what you gave me. It was just the confidence because I was nervous to pitch
Yeah.
my offer. I was nervous to have that sales call, but then you were just like, you made it seem so like easy. Like, okay, like you just gonna do it. I'm confident in you. You're gonna do this. After you're like,
Yeah.
by the end of the week, I expect you to say I earned this amount of money. And I'm like, dang, he really believes in me. So like, it just gave me more confidence in going through everything.
Yeah.
I voice recorded your like the whole call.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, bet I know exactly what to do.
Yeah. Yeah. And that was sick. And you fucking closed it.
I
So
did. I did.
congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Do you know what? I want to take it a little step back though.
Yeah.
Because I feel like most people, before they even get a chance to experience that, they're always in their own head about, oh, it's going to cost more money because coaching's fucking expensive. Like,
Yeah.
how much have you spent with us so far?
Probably about what, 20K?
20K?
20K.
And if you look at the average person, like even yourself, right? What was the internal dialogue in your head before spending that sort of money, man?
I mean, it's gonna be nerve-wracking. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be nerve-wracking, but also because I made that investment in you guys once and you got me the results,
Yeah.
I was confident that, you know what, like, and it still was nerve-wracking too, because I'm
Yeah.
like, dang, okay, I'm about to invest again, like crazy. But then
Yeah.
it does get easier. But no, I mean, you're always gonna be a little bit nervous. You're always gonna be a little bit like, what if this doesn't, that little ounce of doubt. But once you keep making those big decisions on like, you know what, I'm investing myself, I'm taking a risk. That's literally what it is. Like I forced myself. I said, you know what, it worked the first time. It's got to work this time.
Yeah.
And then you just got to go for it. If you keep holding on to that, like, I don't know, like, you know what, I'm scared. We'll see about it. Then you're going to just stay exactly where you are if you don't take a risk.
Yeah, it is so true, man. And you know what I always say? Most of the people that are super afraid to invest into themselves have just made poor investing choices in the past. But you'll notice that like people like me and you, we invest a fuckload of money into ourselves because typically we've also made bad investments at some point.
Yeah, for sure.
Is there any investments that you made into yourself that were like crappy, burnt you, stung you?
Not that, let's see. Not that I necessarily remember. I guess I got it right the first time.
Hold on, man. Hold on. So happens if you pick us. So
yeah,
that makes a lot of sense, man. And I feel like a lot of people, when they get burnt the first time, they block themselves from being able to, reap the fruits of being able to invest into yourself. And you notice, like, once you have a positive experience once, twice, 3 times, you're like, I need to invest. Because every time I do it, I level up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I think we kind of face that in different aspects of our life in general, where we make bad decisions. Maybe it's in a relationship, maybe it's in a friendship, whatever it was. And you make that like, dang, like I did this person burnt me out, this person. And I feel like if you stay like, oh, well, I'm never going to get in a relationship again, or I'm never going to try this again, then you'll never see the fruit of your labor. So in different aspects of my life, definitely experience that.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. I've had a few relationships that didn't go to plan, but it didn't stop me from finding my wife.
Exactly,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
Um, and before obviously working together, what would you say was some of the biggest bottlenecks in your business that you were running into?
Man, I had no idea how to scale.
Mm,
I did not have any systems. Um, I was just at lost on the direction of where my business was gonna go. I knew I had a vision. I knew I wanted to hit six figures, a million, but I just had no idea how to get there. Um, yeah, I just was there were so many
yeah,
holes on how to scale.
yeah,
That was the before.
yeah, yeah. It's so true, man. Even like every time I make an investment, I'm like, I know how to do 3 out of 5 things, but the 2 things that I don't know how to do, I
Yeah,
feel like those things are gonna fuck me. And those are usually the things that go out there and
yeah,
destroy your business. You know what
yeah.
I mean?
It was slowly like I could tell. Like if I didn't like that's why I think it was the perfect timing on when we came across each other because it was slowly just like going to get worse and worse. And I
Yeah,
wasn't sure on how to take it to the next level.
yeah,
Things could have just slowed down instead
yeah,
of speeding up. So
yeah,
I'm glad I invested. That's why you
yeah,
don't want to wait too late
yeah,
on investments
yeah,
because you'll miss out on so much. Like I would have
yeah,
missed out on 30K in 30 days.
yeah, yeah. We're gonna talk about that in a second. But yeah, it's true. It's almost like feeling like there's something wrong with you,
Yeah,
and then just delaying going to the doctor before
exactly.
you diagnose it, and you're like, "Fuck, we need to fix this quick."
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And I was gonna ask you a question. Like, you've learned from courses in the past, probably like different people with different personalities. Walking into the coaching with us, like, you picked us over a few other options that you had,
Absolutely.
right? And I know it's because we probably aligned a little bit better. But
Yeah.
what would you say it was that specifically made you say, "Do you know what? I'm locked in with these guys, and I feel like I'm gonna get some sort of results."
It was a irresistible offer. Like
Okay.
everything that you guys broke down on what you were going to help me to do, it felt like it was tailor-made to me.
Mm-hmm.
And you just spoke to exactly, I mean, you've done a lot of the things that I was trying to accomplish. So
Yeah.
you spoke to it from experience and I knew what you were talking, like I knew what you were saying. It just
Mm.
gave me, I don't know, you had confidence. What is that? We talked about the transfer of certainty.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what it was. It was just like I had these questions and you gave me a direct answer about
Mhm.
how I was going to get there. So I would say that was the difference. Rather than with courses with other people that maybe I've jumped on a call with,
Mm.
I wasn't so sure about their maybe answered a question but left me with a bunch of 20 questions unanswered. I'm like, okay, well, this doesn't really help. So
Yeah.
I didn't feel certain with those other people.
Yeah. No, that's incredible, man. And like I realized that everything is a transfer of certainty,
Yeah,
right? Like
exactly.
even you, I think one of the reasons why you close so fucking well is you're very, very certain in what you do, and you're like,
Appreciate it.
listen, we're gonna fucking lock in, we're gonna do this stuff, and you've had some incredible client results, which you're
Appreciate
gonna
that.
touch on in a sec. How was it when I challenged you to hit 30K in 30 days?
Uh, it was, I like that you challenged me that because it pushed me on even just seeing like I don't even think I mean obviously I had a goal like okay 15K
Mm.
I never hit, let alone I hit it maybe I never hit a 10K month.
Yeah.
So to 20K, 30K, I'm like, whoa, okay.
Yeah.
But no, I felt good that, you were pushing me on
Mm.
like and it was kind of the straight beginning of it. So
Yeah.
I felt confident that like I'm like, okay, they believe in me and they were gonna help me to accomplish this.
Yeah.
So it felt good, like having someone believe in me and then also obviously being able to hit it and be
Yeah.
like, I know you could do that. And then I know you could do even more than that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
And that was in what period of time? That was like the first or second month?
second month.
Second month.
Well, yeah, going into the second month, just beginning.
And what was the month prior to that?
The month prior to that was probably around 8K.
8K. It's like a 3 or
Three,
4x.
yeah,
Yeah.
3X. Yeah, yeah,
That's fucking sick.
yeah.
That's sick. And I remember one of the things that we did that so many people ignore is being able to raise their prices. Like you were charging
Mhm.
how much before? Oh,
$422. $400.
so fucking specific. 422. And how did it feel like? First of all, what do you feel like were the shifts that you had to be able to make to go from being able to charge 400? What was the highest amount that you've charged so far?
Right now, 10,000
In how long?
in
Uh,
30 days.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you closed that sale one day.
Oh, one day.
That
Yeah,
was a
yeah.
pip.
One day. One
That's
day.
fucking sick.
Yeah.
And what do you feel like was the biggest like tangible steps that you had to make in order to go from being able to charge $400 to 10K for one client?
I think I took from you on just like certainty with your offer,
Mhm.
confidence in yourself, and then it's a mindset thing. It's like
Yeah.
you not feeling like do you not feel like your offer is valuable? Do you not feel like your time is valuable? Do you not feel like you can help people? And so it was really just having confidence in my offer, in myself, and in my coaching to really raise the prices. And then honestly, once you start pitching that at that price, you start getting like more and more confident. Then when you get client results, you're like, oh, like this is like really, really good. So yeah.
And you know what? That brings me on to two things that I want to dive a little bit deeper into, which is you like spending money, right? Because what I've personally always found is when I spend large sums of money, I find it easy to charge large sums of money because it kind of breaks your own limiting belief. Now, obviously, you've invested like a decent amount of money into yourself. Do you feel like that helped at all, or?
I think definitely it does, because I think that's like abundance versus scarcity mindset. Is like if you feel like you have to hold every single penny and like you're not going to make something back, then you're just going to be like, you're going to stay in that same spot. So I feel like you have to give in order to receive. And so like there's no concept in this world where you just get a bunch of stuff and you give nothing in return. So that mindset definitely helped me in being able to like realize like, okay, like if I invest in the right decision, the right people, then I know there's like, it's impossible to not get something in return. So I think that like just knowing that if I spend money, I'm going to make it back. It's going to come to me.
100%.
Definitely helped me.
And I feel like that's where so many people fuck themselves because they're so afraid of investing into themselves. And it creates this like scarcity mindset, just like you said, and this limiting belief. And they're never able to go out there and charge higher price points because they don't have the conviction to spend that sort of money themselves. And it's like, again, like going back to the point of like certainty of transfer.
And if you never can invest in yourself, how do you expect people to invest in you? Fact. You know what I mean? Like there's no, like you have to be, and that's what I thought with you and like paying in full and like how much you can give. It's just like, if you feel like you have to like hold on and like be this type of person that's okay, I'm going to penny pinch every single thing. People are going to penny pinch with you. So, you know what I mean? You get what you get. So I definitely had to let that go because I'm like, I want people to invest in me. I want people to trust me. And so I had to be that same person for myself.
100%, man. And I think so many people don't even realize that most of the prospects' objections that they get that they fucking hate is reflections of their own behaviors. You know what I mean? Like whenever you like beg for like a payment plan or like a discount and shit like that, your prospects are going to do the same shit to you. Right? But if you're like firm and you're the type of person that spends, you know, good money on something, you pay your shit on time, you typically tend to attract prospects that treat you the same way.
Exactly. Yeah. You know that's how it comes around. And even just like, the certainty, because if you do that with other people and you're like, oh, is this, is this free or is this all half off, whatever, then you're going to only like, you're only setting yourself up for failure, honestly. And you'll start to see you like, why am I getting like bad quality leads? Why is everyone coming to me saying like, oh, they don't have enough? And it's like, well, when was the last time you invested in yourself or gave an excuse? So
Do you know what? I'll tell you a funny story. Like one of my good friends, he was at a mastermind at Marbella. And there's one guy in the room that kept saying like, oh, I've never been able to charge more than $2,000-$3,000. And he asked him, it was like, well, what's the most amount of money you spent on something? And he goes, $1,000, and he goes, exactly, go fucking spend some money. He took him to the mall, and obviously he made him buy the wrong shit. He told him buy like a Louis bag, came with a fucking $5,000 Louis Vuitton bag. But again, it broke that limiting belief, and as a result of spending more money, he was able to go out there and charge more money.
Exactly.
And I'm not saying go blow your money, right? You know,
do the right things.
And you know what? That brings me on to another thing that I want to ask you about. So many people are afraid to charge higher price points because they feel like there's a much larger weight of responsibility on their shoulders, and typically there's more pressure to deliver the clients. How have you found it working with someone at the price point of $10,000 and their performance in terms of working with you versus someone that just spent $422?
I think you say this saying where people who pay treated with more respect. I like saying people who pay attention.
Facts.
And I think that you just treat it with more, like when something is just like at this value, say if you go buy a Louis Vuitton bag, you know it's expensive, you're going to take care of that thing. Or if you buy expensive car, you're not going to let people eat in your front seat, etc. Same thing with your price.
I like that.
Exactly. So like same thing with your price points. It's like when your clients see that your price point is at this amount, they're going to be like, oh shoot, like this is extremely valuable. They're going to show up on time, they're going to pay attention. And that's exactly with my clients that have paid my prices being premium,
Mm.
paid attention and
Yeah.
got results in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They took it
Yeah.
very, very seriously. So absolutely, it's a game changer for that.
That's incredible, man. And I feel like that, like a lot of people, even we did the mastermind
Yeah.
2 days ago, right?
Yeah.
Feels like it was lots
There
of
you go. I feel like,
Yeah, it was ages ago. But one of the people at the mastermind was asking me, he's like, "Hey, man, how do I get better results for my clients?" And I was like, "Well, how do you get better results for yourself?
Mm,
You got to invest into yourself." And I remember like he was probably the most hesitant person to attend the mastermind,
yeah.
and he was the most happy that he came,
Okay.
right? And I kept telling him, I was like, dude, when you invest more into yourself, you are able to deliver a higher quality of service for your clients,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I'm sure like you felt that way as well. Like you spending good money with us allowed you to upgrade your skill sets, get access to some cool resources like the Notion
Absolutely.
coaching portals, and then
Absolutely.
create a better fulfillment for your clients as well.
Yeah. I
Y-
think it's a mindset thing too. It's like, I don't know what it does. It's like just investing in someone or investing in someone and ultimately in yourself. It does something, it like alters your brain chemistry or
Yeah.
something. I don't really know, but it made me feel like it's just a new level. You know what I mean? You don't experience until you get there. And it's like, okay, wow, like things are
Yeah.
different here. The people are different. You
Yeah.
know, like,
Yeah.
you know how they say like rich people to sell to rich people?
Yeah.
It's like everyone just has this mindset like it's valuable to invest in yourself. They take it more seriously. They pay attention.
Mm.
And that's like what I noticed. And then once I started charging at that price point, and I was just like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Certainty went up,
Yeah.
confidence went up, all
Yeah.
this went up, and then results also follow for me and my clients.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Do you know what? That's an interesting thing that you just said. Like it changes your brain chemistry, which makes me want to kind of ask you, like, how do you see yourself now? Like, how does the V2 version of Kennedy see herself
yeah.
now compared to the Kennedy from like 3 months ago? What would you say has changed about yourself?
Quicker decisions for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I start making a lot faster decisions and success loves speed. So it's like, when it was just like, okay, a question of coming up, like we're about to hit this next level, right?
Mm-hmm.
I hit 30K, but there's more. What do you want to do next?
Mm.
And so I had to make a quick decision on like, yeah, I don't want to wait. I don't, hopped on it. So yeah, definitely quick decisions. I would say with mindset and just confidence on like actually feeling like I can get to where I want to go and achieve what I want to have
Yeah.
because I've invested in someone who I know have done it.
Yeah.
And so it's just a different confidence that I have about myself, and where I'm going with my business. So
Yeah.
it's been a game changer. Completely different from scared Kennedy, a little bit lost and confused, lack of
Mhm.
confidence, and really not being able to see the big picture. Also with
Yeah.
the mastermind, just
Yeah.
hearing so many people's like presentations
Mhm.
opened my mind. Girl,
Yeah.
you're thinking small.
Yeah.
Think bigger. And it's
Yeah.
just like think bigger, 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 bigger.
Yeah.
And so like that's kind of been the transformation for me.
Definitely, man. And I want to dig a little bit deeper into what some of your goals are in just a sec, but I want to definitely touch on the mastermind.
Yeah.
You flew out how many hours to come to Dubai?
26 hours.
Fucking hell. I thought it was like 18. It's
No,
26.
I had a long layover in
Yeah.
New Jersey. So it's about 9 hours. It's about 14 hours from here,
Okay.
like Dubai from the States.
That's crazy. That's 20. I've never been on a 26-hour
Yeah.
flight in my entire life.
Crazy.
So you flew 26 hours. You paid, 5Gs for a ticket. You freaking booked hotels and everything like that.
Yeah.
The average normal sane person is going to make some excuses,
Mm-hmm.
right? They're going to be like, oh, it's too close to Thanksgiving. I got my birthday in a week. You know what I mean? Like, how did you mentally justify that decision? And, like, how has it been for you to
Yeah.
be in Dubai and the event?
Well, one, it's been incredible being in Dubai. 100% don't regret it. Best decision. Because it's also an investment. You know what I mean? Yeah, I paid 5Gs, but I also looked at like how much more am I going to make from this investment, from coming to Dubai, from meeting the people, connecting with so many people, hearing the presentations, being
Yeah.
around 8-figure entrepreneurs who's done
Yeah.
millions, millions, millions in their business. It's like, what am I going to gain back? Again,
Yeah.
the same concept. When you give, you receive. And so I was willing to give up the, time, the friends, Thanksgiving. Yeah, Thanksgiving's coming up. My birthday's coming up in a week, but
Mm.
we think about having this perfect time or this right time. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
well, I could wait till next year.
Yeah.
But can you really? Like, are you
Yeah.
willing to afford what you will miss out on? And so I'm so glad I didn't miss out on
100%,
this
man.
opportunity.
I'm so glad you came. And
Yeah.
how would you say, because one of the things that I personally learned is like whenever you travel outside of your hometown, like I have this big belief that your identity is created as a reflection of the people around you
Yeah.
and like where
it's
you
good.
where you were brought up. right?
That's
I,
good.
I lived in a fucking shithole. Like, if we can fucking put a picture of where I grew up on the fucking screen. And it's like, when I moved out of my hometown, I realized that you almost get a chance to recreate your own identity, because like everyone around you, if they keep saying like, yo, Kennedy's fucking like playing small, playing small, playing small, it almost feeds into your identity of who you believe you are. And some people don't even realize it. It's like subconscious.
Yeah.
Right. So this is the first time you've traveled out the States, isn't it?
It is.
Dubai, you've done it fucking right.
Yeah. Thank you.
And how has that been? Like mentally, how's that kind of shifted stuff for you?
Yeah. It's made me think bigger. You're absolutely right, because when you're around small-minded people or people who aren't doing the things that you're doing, you can let some of that feed in subconsciously, like you were saying, just feed in. It alters kind of like, okay, could I really hit 30K a month? Could I really do 50K a month? Could I really meet these people? And so being around people like yourself, like so many other guests at the Mastermind, is really just opened my eyes on just like anything is possible. I can achieve whatever. I know you said in your video the other day, you're like, we're going to be doing $1 million a month.
Yeah.
And that made me, I'm like, I'm going to hit $1 million. Like, I know I can do it.
Yeah.
And so it's just been incredible being around people with also big goals, big dreams, because it makes you think even bigger.
Yeah. It's so true. It's so crazy to think, like this whole thing started over one fucking Instagram DM.
Zoom, yeah. Zoom.
Yeah. And so many people are like super hesitant, like, oh, I don't want to jump on a Zoom, but I understand it, because there's some pretty fucking crappy offers out there and stuff like that. My other thing I wanted to ask you is like, if the Kennedy 5 years ago was watching this, what would you fucking say to her? What advice would you give to her?
Yeah, that's good. The advice I would give to her is make quicker decisions. You would get there a lot faster, and don't be scared to invest in yourself, because you're going to get a lot in return. And just keep being disciplined. I think a lot of things in my life has led up to this point now. I don't regret I don't regret anything. But I've learned so much for future decisions on how I can be better.
Yeah.
So I would just tell her to keep going, keep staying disciplined, keep being hardworking. I've kind of always had that trait where I want to be the best in the room.
Yeah.
I want to be the best, but I also want to learn from people like who've done greater. So yeah, that's what I would tell her.
100%, man. That is fucking sick. I think discipline is so important, man.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that probably carries over from your athletic background as well.
Yeah. Playing since I was 9 years old.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah.
And when I was 9, I was a bad shit. Like I couldn't run. Like my dad would like challenge us. He's like, whoever like runs from this side to that side the fastest, you get like $5.
And you
sister would smoke me, and I'd be like, no, I can't be asked. Like it's nuts. But that shows that you can change yourself, because now I'm like super fucking competitive. I want to be the best in the room as well.
Exactly.
So that's sick. And from a mastermind perspective as well, like there's so much that we covered over those 3 days. What would you say was like the 1 or 2 biggest things that you took away from that was like, wow, like this is something that I definitely need to do for myself?
Yeah. I would say actually the session that you broke down with systems and scaling and like building teams, like one thing that you really spoke about was the culture of like your program, like, or your, who's in your program, who's on your team.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, I need to implement and start early and thinking about these things. Like, just being here opened my mind to a lot of different things that you don't think about if you're not in the room with these type of people. But just installing values. Where do I want to go? What's my 1-year dream or 1-year goal? What's my 5-year goal? What's my 10-year goal? And really mapping that out, because the more you speak it and see it, the more it's going to happen.
So true.
So I would say that. And then also Chris presentations was absolutely insane. I was locked in the entire time. Like, I'm over here squinting. I'm like, okay, I'm processing. But no, his presentation was amazing. Mindset, opening my eyes to bigger things, understanding like from a founder. And then really taking yourself, I think, outside of the money, kind of like that abundance mindset. And like, okay, if I lose this, it's okay. You have the things that you truly love that truly make you happy. And when you're just doing it from a point of like, I'm just working hard, I'm just doing the best I can, I'm trying to be the best person I can be, then, you actually achieve some really good stuff and happy about it.
It's so true, man. It is so true. Even me, like when I was listening to that presentation, I was fucking locked in. I was like, this guy is a G. Like, and for context, for those of you guys watching, like the guy made $300 million plus.
Crazy.
Like, and like you hear about these numbers on TV, and when you're in a room with someone that just eats shits, like does the same shit that
Yeah.
you do, and they've been able to achieve that, you're like, this is a regular dude.
Yeah.
I can do that.
And
You
he
know what I
kept
mean?
saying that. He kept
Yeah.
saying that, like he wanted to be a student in the room that we were in,
Yeah.
which also just humbled me too, because it was just like, man, he's so eager to learn. Like that's the type of characteristic that you need to have coming into business, is like being just eager to learn. Like no matter what point you're at, like he's done crazy things.
Yeah.
And he's in a room just wanting to be like learn as much as possible. And one thing also that stuck out to me, he was just like awareness, clarity, and action.
Yeah.
Half the time you're just not doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's so many people. It's just like half the time you know exactly what you need to do, but you're just delaying it. You're just not doing it. You're just waiting to your New Year's goal, the next birthday, the next holiday, whatever it is. And you just got to do it.
Yeah.
You know?
It's so true, man. Because like all of us, like we all have this. Even I have this, you have this, and I'm not fucking perfect by any means. Like there's a lot of action. Sorry. Remind me of the fucking 3-step framework that you wrote down.
Awareness, clarity, and action.
Awareness, clarity, and action. Like most of us have the awareness that we have a problem.
Yeah.
Some people have clarity. There's people have clarity on like what to do to solve it. And then like 5% of people actually take action.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And one question I want to ask you is, you know, no coaching program is perfect, right? And I can wholeheartedly say our coaching program is far from perfect. There's probably a lot of shit that we need to fix and improve, and that's constantly what I'm thinking about doing.
Yeah.
But you notice that there's a lot of people that join programs or join coaching programs and like, oh, I didn't get the results. You know what I mean?
I hear that a lot.
Yeah, like how do you overcome that? How do you, you know, stop yourself from blaming programs and get into like, yo, I need to take fucking self-responsibility and get the job done.
Yeah. I mean, I think that again, people can get burnt out. People can, you know, experience something really bad and then be scared to make that next investment. And I mean, I think that if you never try again, you know, like I've been on multiple different club teams or, you know, different teams. And I was just like, man, I had a bad experience at this one college team. Like, was that going to stop me from going and experience? I actually won a championship the next year after.
Sick.
You know what I mean? Like if I would have been like, you know, I had a bad experience with these coaches, I did all of that, then I would have never won the championship. And so it's like, do what you can control. What can you control? Can you put in the work? Can you put in the time? Can you be disciplined? Can you show up? And honestly, if you do those 4 things, if you do those couple of things, you're going to be good. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's like a lot of people, they do invest, but it's like, what did you do? Were you showing up? Were you doing the work? Were you putting as much as you possibly could towards it?
Yeah.
Because you might have had some different results.
Yeah. No, facts, man. And that's so true. It's always taking responsibility and accountability for what you can control.
Exactly.
Because there's a lot we can control, but we're always so focused on the things that we can't control.
Yeah.
It fucks most people out of their success. Yeah. You know what I mean? Which brings me on to my next point. Like now, you know, congratulations on all your fucking success so far. It's only going to get bigger and better. We got a sick day planned tomorrow, which I'm excited for.
Thank you.
So for you now, like moving forwards, how would you say like your goals have changed? What's next?
Bigger, better. You know, 6 figures. That's what my next goal is. But then also I want to do the million.
Yeah.
I want to do the million.
Yeah.
And I know I can do it. So yeah, just refining everything, taking everything that I learned. Seriously, this was like worth millions of dollars of a mastermind. So taking this and implementing this right away is going to be so key. And then also, I mean, I have you guys. So let's do this.
Let's fucking go, man.
Yeah.
And do you know what? I actually want to touch a little bit deeper into strategy, right? Of some of the things that we did together. Because so many people overcomplicate business.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's selling shit to strangers.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's solving a problem for someone.
Yeah.
So for you specifically, like what specific strategies that we implemented would you say just worked like an absolute fucking charm?
Yeah. I would say when it came to building out my offer, I thought it was going to take forever, be so complicated, but you were just made it so simple. And I think I needed that to where it's like, I'm a perfectionism a little bit and I want everything planned out. And so you were just I remember our call too, how you broke down, well, what are the 4 things that you had to do in order to get to where you are right now?
Yeah.
Write this down. Boom. Brand, content, this, DM strategy, all of that. And I was like, oh, this is a lot simpler than, and then it was just like, okay, you know, cool. Okay. This is exactly what I did. And that's what I started doing.
Yeah.
So just how you were able to break down, like, what is a good offer and what can you include in that for your clients to get the best results possible? Don't overcomplicate it because it's going to make your clients confused. You know what I mean? So yeah, definitely the offer breakdown. And then I would say sales has been great. I know that's one thing that, you got to have the conversions.
Yeah.
And so we've had multiple sales trainings where we have just broke down like exactly, okay, how can you get someone to discover, like even if they don't understand the problem, how can you get somebody to discover that they need a change?
Exactly.
And then how can you transfer that certainty to that person?
Yeah.
And that's been the biggest things. I mean, we overcomplicate sales too, I feel like.
Yeah, so true.
And it can be really, really simple. I'm nowhere near like the best, but I've learned so much in being able to just understand buyer psychology.
Yeah. And that's important because I think when you understand, like, and those are two very simple skills. So they're so overlooked, offer and sales. And
Yeah.
you completed those and you're smacking out sales left, right, and center. And even when you understand buyer psychology, I feel like you understand your own psychology better as well. And the better you can like influence and persuade. So many people overlook sales.
Yeah.
Even sometimes I do as well, because I'm like, I need to learn this, I need to learn that.
Right.
But a lot of times, sales is one of the most important skills that you're going to learn because you're constantly selling yourself, which is important for success.
Yeah.
Right? On the next goal and why the next goal makes sense and so on and so forth.
Exactly.
And then you're constantly selling your team as well, because it's like selling them on the vision of where you want to take the business. And the more sold that they are on the vision, the faster that you're going to move. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think you talk about like how selling is in everything, like everything that we do, like talking to your friends, selling the dream, selling your vision. And it's like you realize that you're selling, like even in conversations, I noticed that to myself too. I'm like, okay, I can kind of tell her to do this, not in a bad way.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're selling all the time. And so if you can, like, kind of how we talked about the mastermind, you were like that transfer of certainty. If I ask you, hey, like which loafers should I get? And you like, I'm not really sure. I'm out of here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so what the buyer wants is certainty. And if you can give that to the buyer and be confident, you already have a great offer, be confident that they're going to buy that easy.
Man. It's so fucking true. And with that, I want to kind of conclude with, what do you feel like is the biggest piece of advice that you would give to someone that's kind of on the fence about working with us?
Yeah.
Thinking to themselves like, oh man, should I do it? It's a lot of money,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
What was the biggest piece of advice that you'd give to someone like that?
I would give them the advice. One, my first thing is scare money, don't make money. But
Preach.
I would say, like, in general, though, like, genuinely, like, Mehdi and his team are absolutely incredible. And you guys care about your clients. I'm going to say that over and over again. You guys care about your clients. Like, I wouldn't be here in Dubai if I didn't feel like you guys truly cared about our success, about everyone's success. And so, I would just tell them, like, just you'll get a feel from it. You'll get a feel. You're always going to have a little bit of those doubts. But I mean, I'm just a person who has done the work, showed up, learned from someone who's done millions in their business, and I've been successful. So yeah, just do it. Honestly, just do it.
That was really good, man. I'll slide you some commission on the thing. No, but for real though, no, I've got massive respect for you, Kennedy. I'll say it time and time again. I have respect for anyone that just goes out there and fucking invests into themselves, because let's be honest, like at first it's going to be scary, right? When you don't have enough money. But like in order to get to that stage where you can easily blow 10K, 15K, 20K, even 100K, like just investing into yourself, you have to get over like detaching yourself from money, right? Because the longer you stay attached to money, the more control it has over you, right? The faster and easier you detach from money and just look at it as a simple tool. Like I have a saying that I tell my team all the time. I'm like, money's like a tool. If you just leave it to sit in the fucking shed, you guys know what a shed is in America, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I thought you had a different word for it. But if you leave tools in the shed, they just get fucking rusty.
Exactly.
And rusty tools don't build stuff, right? So if you just like leverage all your tools correctly in the right way, they're supposed to be used. You know what I mean?
That's kind of like the law of entropy states that if you leave something unattended, it's not going to grow. Like, so if you just sit on money and you penny pinch, you're never going to grow back that money. You're never going to get anything in return. And so like, think about, this is also something I would tell them, think about where do you actually want to be in the next year, 2 years, 3 years. Because if you sit on the decision of, oh my goodness, it's a lot of money, oh my goodness, I need the perfect time, you could be there a lot faster in a short amount of time and then be enjoying the rest of those 3-4 years. So yeah, I would say like, just don't wait. Don't sit, don't penny pinch. because you'll get a lot of fast return.
100%, man. And you know what? You said something really good there, and I just want to add on to it, which is don't just think about where you want to be, think about who you want to become, right?
Yeah.
And think about your relationship with money right now. Like, if you're the type of person that's like constantly afraid of spending money, do you always want to be that way?
Yeah.
Right? Like, I remember those times, Kennedy, like, you know, in my fucking past where I was like, go to the grocery store. Every time I fucking tap my card, I'm checking my balance. And as fucked up as it sounds, I don't know the price of stuff, right? Like, I was sitting with my wife the other day. She's like, how much did this cost? And I was like, I don't fucking know, right? Like, even this podcast studio, I have no fucking clue what the price was. Like, genuinely, just paid for it, booked it. I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
And you only reach that stage with your relationship with money if you just detach yourself, right?
Yeah.
And it's deciding on who you want to become. I knew like 3-4 years ago, just like I'm sure you knew a few months back, that you probably want to be a person that isn't afraid of investing money or spending it, or even has to go through that every time they want to do something.
Yeah. I think that's really good, because if you think, like I used to a little bit ago too, think like, oh, $20 is a lot, $30 is a lot, $50 is a lot. But it's only a lot to what you justify that price to be. And so when you raise your prices, right, say raising it to 10K, it's like, well, 10K is a lot to who? Because there's people charging 55,000, you know what I mean? So it's like, what is it a lot to? And so really you set like you determine what that money is, like a lot or a little. And so it's like, yeah, what do you want? Do you want a lot to be 10K? Or do you want to have in your bank account $1 million where you could say 10K is nothing?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No, definitely, man. I think that was fucking incredible.
Yeah.
You know, that was sick. Let me just dap you up. Air dap up. But it's going to look so fucking funny.
Yeah, I know.
You're going to look like fishes out of water. But, you know, if you guys are watching this and you guys want to become a part of the inner circle where we host, you know, consistent weekly meetings, breaking down everything about scaling your business, whether it's your client acquisition, your ads, your content, and so on and so forth, for your sales teams, then there's a link below. Also, we do quarterly retreats for our clients, which are going to be fucking sick. We're having a lot of those coming up next year.
That's exciting.
You guys are going to love those. And other than that, man, thank you so much, fucking Kennedy. We got to run this back when you hit the... Look, we're not going to do one at the 6-figure mark because you're going to get there in no fucking time.
Sure.
But 7 figures for sure. And we'll run it back and watch this back. It'll be fucking cool to see.
Thank you so much, Maddie. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, man.
I'll see you guys in the inner circle too.
Absolutely.